Hey there and welcome again to Storytime. In this week's episode we are going to talk about cheating exes or cheating girlfriends. If they have cheated on me, they are probably exes, so oh my god, I don't know. But yeah, in this week's episode we are talking about cheating girlfriends. So by the time they were my girlfriends, they cheated on me, so just get that clear. So yeah. Okay, so these stories are about 3 different women and it's in one episode, so as always, yeah, whatever. So let's get started. The first one, oh my god, the first one, it happened around the time the living on the street story happened, a little bit after that. So I was having an apartment, but I was very thin by that time, so I had around, I don't know, maybe 100 pounds, something like that, and I am 180 centimeters tall, if you don't know, whatever, but yeah. So I was very thin and I looked maybe a little bit sick, I don't know. I was, how did I put that? Only meat and bones? I don't know. Skin and bones, I think that's it. But yeah, so I was very thin and she was always complaining about that. Let's just give her a completely normal German name like Shaniqua. I don't know. It's just, yeah. So we were dating and everything was fine. We were together for maybe 2 or 3 months and she had a very close friend. He was a black guy, not that that's important or something like that, but it was just, he was a black guy, just, we will call him black guy. So yeah, Shaniqua and black guy were pretty close, so they, yeah, spent a lot of time together, but she just told me that they knew each other since kindergarten, is that a word? So yeah, they were just close, they were friends, everything was okay. I was a little suspicious at the time, but being a, you know, I just wanted to trust her, so okay, I just let it go. And it was actually kind of weird. They went on weekend trips together, and she just said that they did that for years, and yeah, I should probably have, you know, known it. And it was so ridiculous. We were together maybe then 3 or 4 months, and I actually received a letter from her, and it was an envelope, and inside of that envelope was a disc, a, how do they call it? A floppy, yeah, a floppy disk. And I was totally, what the hell? So I inserted the floppy. Do you even remember what a floppy is? But yeah, I remember, I inserted that thing into my computer, and there was a text document on there. I started reading it, and yeah, she started telling me stuff like, it's not about you, it's me, and yada yada yada, you know, all that stuff. But in the end she told me, oh yeah, and I've actually slept lots of times with black guy while we were together. But that's not the reason she wanted to end the relationship, and I was like, oh my god, what's there to come anymore? So she told me she was on a weekend trip, it was I think 2 weeks before that, in Hamburg, whatever you call it. But yeah, she was in a different German city, and she met a guy there, they were dancing, they were drinking, and yeah, they had sex. So she left me for that guy. It was ridiculous! So I was just, oh my god, I can't, yeah. The second one, she was complaining about my weight too. She was right after the first one, so I had a really bad streak there with girlfriends. It was ridiculous. And yeah, the second one, we were dating, everything was fine as always, and she complained about my weight too. I had gained a little bit, maybe 5 to 10 pounds, but I was still very, very thin. So yeah, she was complaining about it all the time. She was even more complaining than the one before. It was ridiculous. There was so much complaining. And yeah, that's a very short thing. One time I came home and I wanted to surprise her, so I got home to her, and yeah, I went in there and she was sleeping with her best friend. Again, it's the best friend. It's always the best friends. It's ridiculous. Men and women don't seem to be able to be friends. It's But yeah, I came in and she slept with him. And the thing about that guy was, he was about 2 meters big, so he was a very big guy. But he weighed around, I don't know, 250 to 300 pounds. So this guy was overrated, even with his, you know, very big body. He was a fat guy. Let's just call him fat guy. We got black guy, fat guy, so yeah. So she told me she didn't want to sleep with me anymore because I was too thin, and he was the guy that she was looking for, the kind of man. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, you could have just, you know, ended the relationship, and but you know, yeah. The only bad thing about that guy was, she was a very bad girlfriend, but that's another story. The bad thing about this guy was he didn't know anything about personal hygiene. Don't get me wrong, I might not be the most stunning and beautiful man on this planet. I am surely not, but this guy, he was just so ugly. He had, how are they called? Acne? Is it called acne? I don't know. You know, these things all around his face, and his hair was completely full with fat. Is it called fat? You know, when they are strainy and stuff like that. So disgusting. Ugh. But yeah, it was ridiculous. And he was fat, as I said. So fat guy was fat. And oh my god, this guy was no. It's ridiculous. So let's advance to the last, you know, cheating girlfriend. That one was actually the hardest one here, because she, you know, we were together quite a long time, maybe 1 year or something like that. And she was after the first 2 ones, just to get that straight. And yeah, after maybe half a year, she told me that she had slept with another guy. And I was like, what? What the hell? But yeah, she didn't want to end the relationship. She just said, I'm sorry. And he was just the kind of guy she was looking for. And yeah, she actually showed me the guy. I knew the guy actually, and it was ridiculous. He was, you know, these gothic guys with the guys that have white face and black makeup in their face and stuff like that, and they are running around all the time with this sad face going around like, oh my god, life is so pointless. And he was just, oh my god, he was such a stereotype. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. But yeah. So yeah, that was the guy she had slept with, but I said, okay, maybe I'll give you a second chance and we will get that fixed. So it worked out for quite a while, and one evening a good friend of mine came to my place and he said, hey, I received an SMS from your girlfriend. And I said, okay, why did she, you know, send you a text message? So he gave me his cell phone, and it was like, okay, I fell in love with you, I wanna fuck with you, let's meet. You can't imagine the amount of what the fuck in my head at that moment. So, of course, being a good guy, I said, okay, text her back and say, okay, let's fuck. And I'm sorry for the offensive language, by the way. But yeah, he texted her back, okay, let's do this. And yeah, so he texted her back, and she came over to his place where I was waiting. And I was like, okay, what were you planning to do? And she started to explain to me that it wasn't like that, and she knew that this guy would tell me, and she just wanted to pull a prank on me or something like that. And I said, okay, so we split up, kind of. But after a while we got back together. I was actually able to forgive her. I have no idea why, but I was actually able to. So we came back together, and she promised, you know, she promised everything on this planet, on the grave of her mother and stuff like that, you know, that she wouldn't cheat on me again. And hey, what do you know? A couple of months later, I actually saw her, you know, I caught her in the act with another guy, and this guy was, you know, some kind of maybe hipster pop idiot. And again, he had, you know, acne in his face, and he had this weird emo haircut thing that you see on Justin Bieber, and oh my god, this guy was such a douchebag, and he was always running around like, okay, my father has lots of money, so I'm the king of the world. I just wanted to punch that guy. We actually got into a little, you know, struggle there, but I won't get into detail with that. So yeah, I dumped her, or she dumped me actually before I could dump her. She just said, he's so much better, he has so much more money, and I don't know, he looks better, and people like him, and people don't like you, so I'm, yeah, ending this right now, and oh my god. So yeah, oh my god. Okay, that was the story time episode about my 3 cheating girlfriends. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little weird, but I really enjoyed recording this. I don't know. Maybe I should do more about sex and cheating and stuff like that. A whole series about sex. That would be so ridiculous. But yeah, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, leave a rating, subscribe if you're new around here, and I don't know, do whatever you kids do these days with YouTube. And yeah, that was it. I'm iLostLink, signing out.